Madeleine Sweet. It's the 13th of August.
31st, but anyway.
31st of August. And I'm going to ask my grandpa, if he's not fallen asleep, to tell me about tuberculosis. Wake up, Grandpa!
What's your question, Madeleine? Grandpa?
I can only tell you what I can remember because I was a young boy of 3 who'd come up through very harsh conditions, and the house that we lived in was very, very damp, dark, and all we had was a fire and a cooker from the fire, a Yorkshire stove it was called. But I don't remember going into hospital. I only remember going to a place at Grassington, which was run by the Bradford Corporation, who all these children who were there had TB. How many survived, I do not know, but I was there for a year, and the only time I can recall is on bonfire night, where I got to light a sparkler, and all the other I don't know anything about. So what my life was, I don't know. And nobody came to see me. My mum came once because it was a long way away. We didn't have any money, and my uncle Cecil brought her in his car and dropped her off at the gates and waited half an hour for me to see my mum. And that's the only time I can recall seeing my family until I got back home.
What questions have you got for your grandpa, Madeleine?
Have you ever seen that sanatorium again?
We've been past the place where it was. It was a wooden structure out in the country. The reason why we went, because the air was very, very fresh and it cleared the lungs, and it worked for me. I've always been quite bronchial, but if I hadn't have gone there, I would not have been here.
And no
today.
word. You. What year was it?
1937.
So did they have any medicines to give you then?
38.
Did they have any medicines,
I
or
don't
you know?
recall getting any. I don't recall eating the food. I think it was very, very basic because the year we were brought up with was very, very difficult. People, the unemployment was exceptionally high, and my father was in and out of work. So for a lot of people, they didn't have a lot of money. They just had enough to survive from one day to the next day, and that's how it went.
Madeleine, have you got any questions to ask Grandpa about what school was like during the war, during the Second World War?
Well, did you have to take your gas mask to school?
Yes, we did, yes. I first went to a school called Marshfields Primary School. My brother Henry was there, and a lot was expected of me because my brother was very, very bright and I wasn't as bright. Nothing like as bright as mine. But I do recall taking the gas masks, and in assembly the headmaster gave us instructions to, when he said put on the gas mask, you had to put them on, and you got to put them on correctly, and if you didn't, he used to come round, inspect you, And if it wasn't right on in the right position, he would severely reprimand you and even give you a clip on the side of the face. But that's how life was.
Madeleine, do you want to ask Grandpa about learning times tables at school and how he did that?
No, because the teachers just whipped him if he didn't.
I don't
get
think they
it right.
did.
They didn't whip you.
What happened if you got your times tables wrong, Grandpa, at school?
It was one of those things that I picked up because my father wanted us to have a better life than what we're having. So as soon as he came home, I had to rehearse them in front of him and say them, parrot them out to him all the time. So that's how I learnt my times tables from 2 to 12. I can't go above 1212, which was 144, but I can go back all of the timetables, even now.
Can you do ones?
Once, yeah. Yeah, most
What
people
happened if
can
you got
do.
them wrong at school, or did you not get them wrong at school?
Yes, if you got them wrong. I had a pretty good start because my dad was, when we came home, he drilled it into us what we had to do, what I had to do anyhow. My brother Henry, he could do it quite easily, but Mr. Schaffner, the head teacher, expected me to do what my brother Henry could do, and I couldn't do it.
Any more questions about school or anything for Grandpa, Madeleine?
No.
So you need to say thank you to Grandpa. And
Thanks, Grandpa, and go back to sleep now. Sorry for waking
I'm not
you up.
ready for sleep yet. I've had a little.